Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up, people? What up, what up, what up? Yak Chicago's finest. Yak Chicago's finest. Appreciate you people, man. It's been a minute, man, but you know, it's good with you, man. It's we got a real good one today, man. Talking about the chief, man. Free the chief, Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover, let's go. Growth and development, baby. I gotta talk about it, man, because you already know what it is. Whoa, 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 man. What up, what up, what up? Jack Chicago's finest, Jack Chicago's finest, man. How everybody doing today? How everybody doing? Man, got a real serious and very important man situation going, but especially for Chicago and Midwest, you know what I mean? Members and organization members, man. Larry Hoover, man, the chief, growth and development. They finally trying to let this brother go home, man. The brother is 73 years old now, man. And the chief is not he's not doing anything criminal. He's totally positive. His outtake on life is positive, and that's all he pushes. That man has been locked up over 50 years. Man, Lady JJ, appreciate you, man. Over 50 years, man, and he's giving his debt to society. But one of the biggest issues is that the the government is afraid of a man, especially a colored man that has that much power that Hoover still has to this day. When one man can, without raising his voice, have man 50,000 members stand alert, chin up, chest out, just waiting for an assignment, that scares the government. But man, it's time for them, man. Let the bro home, man. Chief been locked up since 1973 for an attempted murder. For an attempted murder, mind you. You know what I'm saying? That back then you was getting 10 to maybe 15 and you'd be home, but they made it definitely trumped up his charges. They definitely tagged him a little bit worse than what he was, and they continue to do even when he's not in control of anything. Anything all these little fucktards do this under the banner of GD, they still trying to put it on Larry Hoover, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. But man, it's all over the papers. The Chicago Sun Times is promoting it, and the judge has actually asked for Larry Hoover. They asked for the prosecutors and everybody to bring Larry Hoover from Florence, Colorado to Illinois so he can be that face to face. Man, realist one, appreciate you. So he can be that face to face, man. I'm gonna read this little article they got going on the chief, man. And it's these are their words. I'm just reading what's going on with it. All right, notorious Chicago gang kingpin, which is false, Larry Hoover, has had virtually no contact with the outside world for more than 2 decades, his lawyers have said. They say the co-founder of the Gangster Disciple Street Gang spends 23 hours a day in a concrete cell no larger than a parking space at the federal supermax prison in Colorado. And they argue he deserves a break from the life sentence handed to him in 1998. Their bid to secure mercy for Hoover, 73, has lingered for years at the Dirkside Federal Courthouse, but now a judge has scheduled a hearing for this fall in order prosecutors to make Mr. Hoover present in person when it happens. So it's no virtual shit. Chief will be there in person to represent himself. And man, looking forward to it. The brief order Tuesday from the U.S. District Judge John Blakely sets the stage for a rare public appearance September the 26th by a man who's been labeled one of the most notorious criminals in Illinois history, but who claims to have rena- renounced, it should be denounced. The criminal organization he once led. Hoover's attorney said the September hearing would be his first chance since the late 1990s, aside from medical visits, to leave the notorious Supermax prison. Defense attorney Jennifer Bonjean told the Chicago Sun-Times that while prosecutors have gone out of their way to capitalize on some mythology around Hoover, sometimes it's important to remember there's a human being here, and that is a fact. I think that's important for anybody to have that opportunity, particularly when they're trying to make a plea for their freedom. Moore said prosecutors have adamantly opposed Hoover's bid for a new sentencing hearing. His lawyers have been seeking the relief since late 2019. And mind you, the charge they got Larry Hoover trumped up on, it was false charges that Illinois changed the law to make sure they stuck. They changed the law to make sure those charges stuck to get Hoover to ADX. You had a former member come in with a visitor's pass with illegal recordings in the visitor's pass, having a conversation, and that's what they used in the court of law. And they changed the law in the state of Illinois, Cook County, Illinois, but it's Crook County, Illinois. And they changed that law to make sure this man would spend the rest of his life behind the wall. And that is a fact. Now, where was I at? Under the federal law First Step Act, which gives prisoners convicted of federal crimes a chance to cut short their time behind bars and allows elderly and sick inmates to seek compassionate release. Hoover ordered a murder in 1973, allegedly, that led to his conviction in state court and a sentence of 150 to 200 years in Illinois' prison system. There, the feds say he ran a $100 million a year drug business as tens of thousands of gang soldiers continued to work for him in Chicago and other cities. I'm going to take a real reset right here. Chicago, Illinois. Every ethnicity, every organization, from the Italians to the Irish, to man, you name it. Every one of them did the exact same thing, allegedly, from bootlegging to selling drugs to street crimes. The difference is they didn't go to prison. They became our congressmen in Illinois. That is a fact. The same exact thing. But they became congressmen. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. 1998, at the end of a continuous hearing, the judge told Hoover the charisma he used to gain the loyalty of thousands was proof he could have been a great man. You misused the gift you got from God, Lionheart told him. More than 20 years later, Lionheart responded to Hoover's request for a new sentencing hearing with an initial denial, referring to Hoover as one of the most notorious criminals in Illinois history. And that is bullshit. Hoover and Jeff Ford should be free today. Hoover is renowned and celebrated to this day by the gangster disciples. Growth and development. Gangster disciples do not exist. Lionheart wrote in 2021, to the extent that any one person can deter another to commit crimes, Hoover's life imprisonment symbolically demonstrates that the rule of law reaches even those in power who seem untouchable. But the judge issued his order without prejudice, giving Hoover an opportunity to try again. He did so in 2022, writing letters to the judge and to the public. I am no longer a member, a leader, or even an elder statesman of the gangster disciples or growth and development. Hoover wrote then, I want nothing to do with it, and now and forever. Lionheart took no action on Hoover's renewed request, and in nearly 2 years that followed, the judge died June 11th. Hoover's case was then reassigned to Blakely, the same judge presiding over the prosecution of former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan. Blakely initially set a hearing in Hoover's case for August, but waived Hoover's appearance. On Tuesday, Blakely rescheduled Hoover's hearing for September 26th, and he told prosecutors to make the arrangement for Hoover to be at the hearing in person. That is a blessing right there, because they're not going to, it's a very good chance, at least I hope it's a very good chance, by them snatching him up out of Florence, Colorado, and bringing him face to face in Illinois, and they're really going to take a listen to him. It's a very good chance he might get some relief. They might. Everybody that was locked up in that exact case with Larry Hoover is free except two people, him and one of the other elder statesman members, former members to be exact. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, this man has done 53 years. You know what I mean? He's done 53 years. He's been a model inmate. You know what I mean? They had perceptions of what he was supposed to have been doing back in the 80s while he was still in Cook County. That's just, man, trumped up charges and afraid for seeing a black man with that type of power. And to be totally honest, man, I'm a former second generation gangster disciple by way of growth and development, free the chief. And man, I have never been instructed to do no fessed up shit to destroy my community. We was put in position to police, provide, and protect our community. Now, along the way, did things get astray with the, quote unquote, man, when they flooded the hood purposely with all the drugs and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, of course it did get kind of streaky, but you cannot put one man cannot be charged for every fucking person that chose to, sell drugs or do street activities. You can't put everything, even if they are members or organization followers, you cannot put every fucking body's charge on this man. You cannot. You know what I mean? And if you're doing that, Hoover did it. It was 1996. He made with growth and development, stand down. No killings. Stand down. No black on black crime. Stand down. Peace treaties amongst all organizations. And that lasted over 2 summers. Until they tried to bury him, and then everything went awry. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the brother has wrote 6 novels, and it's all positive. It's all about, man, growth and development. It's all about teaching the youth. It's all about, man, telling these shorties, put the guns down, man. And the thing now, they're still afraid that he has so much power and respect. But the problem they don't even realize is these kids today they're so detached from who Larry Hoover is. They're so detached from really what growth and development is. If he was even to attempt to try to go out there and speak and lead these kids, they would kill Hoover. Because these kids have no attachments to him. They have none of the criteria that I know that man was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I appreciate Scorpio Mom, appreciate everybody, New York Links, everybody. I really appreciate it, man. This is a real serious one to me, man, because I followed this man for decades. You know what I'm saying? I was under his tutelage, but man, for a very long time, and man, I lived by the book. I went by the laws, by the creeds, by the numbers that was documented how we should be carried as growth and development members. So it's like, man, they could try to put a stain on it, but it's like, man, he taught and preached how to be men in our community. You understand what I'm saying? And he also, the biggest issue was, it was a big chunk of that illegal drug money taken away from the Italians, et cetera, and it was brought into our community, even though it was poison. They didn't like that shit in Illinois. It's Chicago, Illinois, Cook County, but it's Crook County. They are crooked as fuck there, and they hate to see a brown skinned brother with any type of authority, any type of respect, and definitely with any type of power, especially when all he have to do is use his voice. He don't even have to raise his voice. All he have to do is use his voice, and he can have 50,000 strong members standing there at attention. That scares a lot of people, yo. It really does. But it's like, man, I'm an avid supporter. I'm an avid follower, and I'm always gonna push free the chief, man. So, man, I'm just when here, man. I'm hoping they let him home. On top of the man is 73, man. He was locked up since 1973. I think those two numbers mean something right now. I think the chief about to come home. That man want to see his grandbabies. He want to hold his grandkids. He want to be able to, man, hold his wife's hand. He has not had human contact, no human contact since 1998. No human contact. Come on, man. You got him there with terrorists. You got him in the same facility with fuckers that bombed the fucking World Trade Center. Come on, man. It's like, man, you can't. It can't happen like that. On top of look across the board, from the mafia members to all those so-called organizations and criminalistic motherfuckers that they label. How are all them able to come home except this man? What's the difference? Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford should be home. Jeff Ford, man, the leader of the El Rukins, man, they're afraid of that brother because he was able to get $1 million from over there in Cuba to come put schools and shit in Chicago, Illinois. And they arrested and eradicated him for that. You know what I'm saying? It's real deep. If anybody get a chance, really look into it. Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford, man, free the chief, man, free the chief. The brother, man, he speaks nothing but positivity. He has no bad things to come out of his mouth. Man, look at his autobiographies. It's all about growth and development. Nothing gang. That's why these little fucktards out here doing that, man. That's no representation of growth and development. These little fuckers just banging on wax. You know what I'm saying? For real. Putting a stain on something that I salute and honored and I got blessed in at 8 years old, man. It was a family, man. It was gonna be what it was gonna be. And I've never been no wretched ass nigga. I've never been no gangbang. I've never gangbanged in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I was an honorable member. And I was able to put my flag down honorably with no strings attached. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, man, they try to put a stain on it, but man, it's not all what they think. And it's not always what they try to make the people perceive it is. You understand what I'm saying, man? Black men with power is a threat in this country still. And Hoover is a prime example of that. The man's been locked up 53 fucking years, yo, originally for an attempted murder. For an attempted murder in 1973. Come on, motherfuckers coming home 10, 12 years. And then they trumped up charges. And then we always do what we do. One of our own, do some dumb shit, and then choose to make sure they eradicate somebody else that they want you to fucking help eradicate to lower your time. Off with his fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's always us that takes our own out. And this man has a beautiful family. Wife is, man, solid. His sons are solid. They do, man, peace rallies, school drives, all in the name of, man, Mr. Hoover, man. He's not a wretched dude, man. But they try to make it. They always say criminal, one of the most notorious criminals ever. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? He physically have never sold a fucking drug. He never sold a drug out of his own hands. Come on. You can't give everybody fucking charges and everybody way of living and put that shit on one man, even though he was a leader of an organization. Members go astray. Remember that. Everybody don't stay solid. And even when they do, man, what's the difference? All the rest of the nationalities and creeds became congressmen in Illinois. Why this man get buried alive? Come on, man. Let's keep it real, yo. I appreciate everybody, man. I really do. Lady JJ, thank you, baby. Scorpio, mama, you already know what it is. Man, realest one, you already, man, I know you know what I'm talking about, bro. Appreciate you all the time. New York Links, man, everybody, man. Who else have been? Anybody catch it later, man? I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. This one here, man. September 26th. Free the chief, man. Free the chief. Larry Hoover, let's get him home, man. It's time for the old man to come home, man. He ain't doing nothing but positivity, man. He ain't no threat, and he damn sure ain't gonna be no problem. Get it on up out of here, man. And they still, and the reality of it is, even if he beats this case, they still want to hold him on the Illinois murder charge that he didn't even commit. So even if he beats this, Illinois still owes him. He still owes Illinois a murder bid that he didn't commit, that they saying he orchestrated. But how are they going to do that? They made it their business to get him out of Illinois state prisons because he was so powerful, right? But now he's supposed to still owe Illinois some time, right? So how they going to do this? They're going to try to ship him into another state, do some more illegal shit, right? Come on, man. We got to speak up on something. Fall for anything, we can't allow it, man. They changed the laws in the state of Illinois to make this man lay and tried to bury him alive, man. That shit is bullshit. I appreciate everybody, man. I really do. Free the Chief 21519, growth and development all day, all the time, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Yak Chicago's finest. Let's go. Chief, you out of there, baby. Let's get it. Lady JJ, the sad part about it, normally that would definitely be a possibility. This man had 0 physical contact and 2 phone calls a month. The terrorist has more rights than the fuck he had. Come on, man. Where they do that at? Only in the fucking United States, right? Get the hell out of here, man. But I appreciate y'all, but that should be a standard that can happen. But they blackballed the entire family. They took all the funds that comes from growth and development. They put a lien on. They tried to bury him and bury anything attached to him where there was no growth or development. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely appreciate y'all giving me your ear. Yak Chicago's finest. I never take it for granted. I never take it for granted. If I got 1 or if I got 1,000, I'm going to give y'all the same me. You heard? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Yak Chicago's finest. Y'all know what I tell them. They ain't got to respect it, but they will not disrespect it. And I stand on that shit. You heard? Holla at your boy.